CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can-can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Hey, Hugh, good morning. Good to see you again. Hey, Las Vegas Gal, Grant, Lynn, Aletha. Everybody's coming in pretty quickly here. How are you? How is everybody doing? Good morning, Amanda. Hey, stop and come and see one. Fred, how are you? Robin, good morning. Huey, Danielle, Aletha, NCAA, how are you? Good morning. Hope everybody can hear me. Hey, Sam, good to see you. So as you come in and invite your followers, I'm going to do a quick psalm for us. Psalm 43, prayer to God in time of trouble. Vindicate me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. For you are the God of my strength. Why do you cast me off? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? O send out your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your holy hill and to your tabernacle. Then I will go to the altar of God, to God my exceeding joy. And on the harp I will praise you, O God, my God. Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, the help of my countenance and my God. Hey, good morning. Hey, Wendell. Hey, Donnie. Good to see you. Things are getting back to normal for you, Hugh. That's great. Good to hear it. All right, everybody. Thank you for inviting people. And hey, Catherine. Let's see. And thank you for inviting everybody on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook Live. Good to see you. Okay, there we go. Top of the morning. Hey, Veritas, good to see you. We were wondering where you were. Thanks for the super hearts, Aletha. And we're off. Yes, we're off. Okay, so just to remind you, hey, Catherine, just to remind you, we won't be doing the show tomorrow. I have an appointment, so I won't be able to be here. There was a lot of fallout yesterday from the supposed agreement and deal that was made with the Democrats last night. Is anybody surprised by what we heard coming out of after the dinner? I know, Huey, rescheduled my appointment. Oh, gosh. Hey, Amanda. No deal was made. Yeah, Trump is a phony? I don't think so. Thank you, Catherine. I think that the Democrats probably wanted a lot of attention and wanted to pretend that there was a deal, it sounds like. Irma kicked me in the teeth. I know, Veritas, we were thinking that's what happened to you. Trump is awesome. Yeah, right afterwards, you're being patient, Aletha. Yep. I think some people are, taking a wait-and-see attitude to see what's really going on. I know afterwards, Sarah Huckabee Sanders came out and said that the no wall is not part of the deal. And, hey, Marlene, good to see you. So he tries to play that he's building a wall by renovating existing fence. That wasn't the plan. That's true, but he said, we're going to build the wall. The construction started. He didn't say that is the wall. He said, we're going to have the wall. Hey, Robert, been a busy week, I bet. Initially didn't like it, but I think the deal is in play. Trump tweeted in the wall this morning. Yes, he did. Yeah, let me just tell you what he said this morning. President Trump, hey, Deborah, good to see you. President Trump said no deal was made last night on DACA. Massive border security would have to be agreed to in exchange for consent would be subject to vote. The wall, which is already under construction in the form of new renovation of old and existing fence, will continue to be built. So that's what was said. And some people are saying, well, I don't know, Marianne. Some people are saying the wall will come later. That's not a wall, LA said. But President Trump didn't say there wasn't going to be a wall. Hey, Cooper. Hey, Clint, good morning. I think a lot of people would like the wall started right now. Still have to get the money. Hey just said, thank you. So, it's a matter of we still need to get the money for the wall. The Senate hasn't voted on it. It does take money to build a wall, political player more. That's right. It's necessary. Yep. Yes, it is. So Hannity wasn't too happy. Money for the border security is the wall. Yeah. We need both border security and a wall. Thanks, Clint, for the thumbs up. Pelosi was just on TV trying to prove she is on drugs. She can stop. I am a believer, John said. And you noticed last night at that dinner, Mitch McConnell was also at that dinner. They were trying to act like he wasn't going to be there. Hey, Barbara. So he was there. The Republicans were represented not only by the president, but also by Mitch McConnell, which I could have done without Mitch being there, but whatever. Pelosi has no credibility. Stop incumbency said. That's true. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall, Clint said. Sunny here today in Las Vegas. It's always sunny in Las Vegas, right? Unless it's raining or windy. That's a good mantra for the Senate. We haven't voted on that. Well, but it's true, Veritas. We haven't voted on that yet. They haven't voted on anything yet. They're not doing their jobs, pretty much the way it goes. So Hannity came out and said, POTUS needs to stay on course and keep his promises or it's over. Sounds like he needs to get out of Washington and have another rally. Marianne said we had a lightning storm last night. All in all, yeah, of course, there's lightning storms everywhere, aren't there lately? Everything, the weather is not cooperating. Let's see. So is anybody very frustrated with what Trump is doing? But do we really know what Trump is doing? And we're getting the Democrats saying what he's doing, but we're not getting maybe the truth. Look at the wall between Mexico and Guatemala, John said. We all know that Nancy and Chucky will put their own spin on everything. Yeah, that's absolutely true. It would have been nice if they were recording it last night. Amanda said she's not worried. Wasn't clean point. I'm frustrated more with Ryan. Ugh, who isn't? I'm telling you, that guy needs to go. He needs to go. Got to vote him out, Wisconsin. You've got to vote the guy out. I don't know why you're not doing that, but you need to vote him out. All right, some other news that's going on. Did anybody see? It's only been 8 months. People need to give President Trump a break. He's not Jesus. That's true, Danielle. Did everybody see what the rapper did? I don't even want to say his name, not that I know how to say it because it looks so ridiculous, but did you see the video from the rapper with the white child in it? And there was a white child and a black child. Yeah. That was insane. Catherine said, not at all. I trust Trump. That's why I voted for him. Hey, Lisa, thanks for sharing. Daniel, that was sick. Yeah, it was absolutely sick, evil, disgusting, and vile. Heard about it, wouldn't watch it. Yeah. Still needs to clean out the weeds. Yes, Deborah. And the swamp. What happened was, hey, Jen, good morning. There was it was pure racism, John. You're absolutely right. There was a rapper who had a white child and a black child, two boys looking at each other, and the rapper puts a noose around the white boy's neck and then starts lifting him off the ground. And, of course, he wasn't truly being lifted off the ground, but it looked like that. And I think the parent in this case, it was a mother. I don't know if she's married or not or has a husband, boyfriend, whatever. But I think something needs to be done about her sensibilities, her judgment call, in bringing a child into a situation like that. I don't know, slap the mother, political is saying. I would say call CPS and have them come in and look and see if there's anything else going on. I mean, you don't put your children, I know it's acting, but that's ridiculous. Kathy Griffin can hold on to Trump's severed head. I know. Arrest the mom for child abuse. I think that certainly came close to child abuse. They said that the mother had backed out a couple of weeks ago, and they had a hard time finding a white child. Deborah said it was definitely evil. It was beyond evil. I have never seen something so vile in my life. Right. If it was the little black boy that they put the noose around, I mean, there would have been war. There would have been people out in the streets. And, maybe we should be out in the streets. And I don't mean just white people. I'm talking about men, women, white, Hispanic, black, whatever. You should be out in the streets over this video. That rapper should be shamed out of the business. Why can't the FBI do something about it? Well, I mean, it wasn't an actual thing. Attack YouTube. I think whoever his record label is, they should hear from people. It is promoting violence. It's racism. I think it's, again, very much using, yes, Deborah, all people, using children like that. And that poor child, it's spelled XXX TENTACION. XXXTENTACION. Welcome, Honda. Humans should protest. There you go, John. Patricia, good morning. Every parent should everybody should protest. And if that's the same rapper that was in San Diego. And somebody rushed him on the stage and just knocked him out. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was another parent. There was an 11-year-old black child hung. Why are you not mad about that? Where was the 11-year-old black child hung? You'll have to give a source because I didn't see anything about it. Hey, Robert. There was Black Lives Matter in Minneapolis. Kept sending out tweets and everything else claiming that a black man was hanged in Minneapolis, and so got everybody all upset. And as it turned out, it was a white man who committed suicide. You, Catherine, you'll have to give a source. I haven't seen anything in the news about that at all. But the Black Lives Matter Minneapolis had to come back and apologize because they tried to get everybody all upset and what they were sending out wasn't truthful. Thank you, Robert, for the flowers. So that's, unfortunately they got it wrong, and they also... No, you need, Catherine, you don't come in and be a racist in here. We care about all people. We don't look at color and care because it's one color or the other. John said black lives don't matter in Chicago. Yeah, in Richmond, Virginia, we were talking about that yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's really ridiculous when somebody has to come in and say something like that. And, you can come here and you can say your opinion, but don't accuse people of disgusting stuff. Don't spew lies, yes. They're recruiting Black Lives Matter in Sacramento, billboards all over Sacramento. Exactly, Aletha. You aren't even acknowledging. Catherine, you're going to have to go if you keep saying this stuff and you don't have a source. Because I think you're just trying to be saying racist stuff because it gets you attention, and that's ridiculous. Deborah said, amen, all God's children matter, and it's absolutely true. Well, are you talking about it was in the rapper's video? Because if it was in the rapper's video, I watched about 2 seconds of it, and I turned it off because I don't watch disgusting stuff like that rapper put out. And I don't know who that rapper is, but I think that his behavior is vile. Absolutely vile. And so was Kathy Griffin's. Vile. It's XXXTENTACION. Extonation. Hey, Shauna, good morning. There were other blacks that were hung in the video. I didn't watch it. I saw enough in the first 2 seconds. Disgusting. You shouldn't be hanging anybody in a video. I don't care who it is. It's an insult against any race, against any person. Okay. See you later, Catherine. Gave her a chance, but, whatever. So anyway, no, I don't listen to rap, Wayne. I really don't. I listen to people who sing, and rapping to me isn't singing. It's just talking. And if you're going to talk, that's fine. And I don't listen to rap that has vile language in it either. So, some rap that I've heard in churches, I listen to because I know there's a point to it and there's not going to be any vile language in it. Let's see. Now, Scaramucci, I don't know if you've heard about him. He just can't seem to get having a good day here, but he's seeking a paternity test because he doesn't believe that the child is his. No, it's a folk music maybe, but not music. Do not like any rap. Yeah, he loves the limelight. Yeah, Scaramucci just can't go away. He doesn't realize that he's asking for a paternity test. He doesn't believe the child is his. Scarafoil. He's like Hillary. I know, it's a bad penny. Just keeps coming back. ID10T problem. Spell it, idiot. John said. Live from Rome last week. Good Lord. Scaramucci. Yeah, he has the right. Yeah, he does. But Scaramucci's paternity test, I really don't care about that so much. Hello, how are you? How are you, Tom? Keep it private. I know, keep it private. Why do you need to tell the whole world that you think that's not your son, and when you find out perhaps that it is your son, I mean, how embarrassing for your ex-wife and your child. I don't think it's anybody's business either, but he probably made it people's business. He's going to be on TMZ on Sunday or Monday. Oh, great. I won't be looking forward to that. Really? Kimberly Guilfoyle and Mooch are in Rome together? Why? I don't know what he is. Yes, they live together. I have to say, I don't normally, she's got really unusual taste in men. I mean, she was married to the guy in San Francisco. Oh, gosh, what's his name? The lieutenant governor. I don't even want to think of his name because he's going to try to be governor. She was, Gavin Newsom. Oh, gosh. I almost need like a cross to put up when you say that. It's like, oh yeah, they bought a place together? My gosh, I had more respect for her until now. She lives in the same building Mooch was looking for an apartment. Oh, okay. I bet, since he's not living with his wife anymore. Or ex-wife, I guess should say. Hugh was saying about a minute ago that it was Racism 101 with the rapper, and Josette said they are not only sick, they are demonic. Yes. I know until now I liked her. I thought, well, she's intelligent, but obviously I was wrong. I'm Italian. I'm embarrassed. Political sin. We don't blame you. Hey, Pernell, how are you? We don't hold you responsible for it. I'm glad he's gone from the White House, too. I mean, didn't last long. Her height doesn't matter horizontally. I didn't say that. My evil twin said that. Oh, Shauna. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I think she just has a weird taste in men. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Let's see. Remember the woman, Maria Chappelle Nadal, who said that she hoped that President Trump got assassinated. She's the Missouri in the Missouri Senate. Do you remember that? Does anybody remember her? Maria Chappelle Nadal. Prayers for the islands and the Keys from the deviation of Irma. I know, Deborah. It's like, oh. Well, remember, they were calling for her to step down. They were thinking about, maybe we're going to fire her. All they did was censure her. That's it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. It means absolutely nothing. That's right, Catherine. I mean, I think she should have, anybody else would have been fired. She should have been fired. Yeah. No, I'm not kidding, Danielle. I wish I were. I really wish I were. That's all she got. Because she's a Democrat. Yeah, I mean, anybody else would have been fired. Why does the left always get a pass? I probably, Lisa, because we don't press hard enough to make them not get a pass. I keep my evil twin locked up. Yes, she was on news today bragging, John said. Wow. Catherine said, what a joke. She'll be reelected. Probably. Hugh said, what a joke. I know. Isn't that... Yeah, you got a really crass name, too, with your crassness. Because we're at work, we don't have the time. Exactly. People in politics talking assassination needs to go. Absolutely. There's just no excuse. Those people should be shown the door, and out you go. Al Sharpton's daughter, we talked about that the other day, Bam. Supposedly, allegations are she got arrested on her birthday. She tried to grab the keys away from the cab driver and hit the cab driver. And I guess a friend of hers also took pictures of it, has it on video. So much for that. But I'm sure she'll walk too. So she'll be no problem. I mean, it's already been buried in the news. You're barely hearing about it. Yep. And if that had been one of the president's daughters or anybody else's daughters, it would have been all over the place. Hey, Chad, good to see you. Hey, Cully, good to see you. Racist cab driver. Yeah, I know. I'm sure he didn't know it was Al Sharpton's daughter. I'm sure she was letting him know who she was. So there's been some looting down in Florida, as we've seen. Thing is, we can't be like Obama supporters who blindly supported him at all costs. I don't think people are blindly supporting anybody, but they're trusting him because, and I'll tell you why, because until he speaks about what's going on, usually the mainstream media is lying about what's going on. So you really have to kind of wait until you hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Because, last night, too, if people had jumped on it, they would have thought there was a deal, there was no wall, there was this, that, and the other. And it turns out from when we hear from President Trump this morning, there wasn't a deal, the wall's still on, and they're probably getting close to a deal in DACA. Who knows? Remember, the world will protect their own, Josette said. Looting is just resistance. Yeah, looting is just a criminal act. This time, there were two men who basically had a utility pole that was connected to the top of their car or their truck, and the police saw them. And basically they said, oh, we were just moving the pole out of the way because it was getting near traffic. Yeah. You had to move it to the top of your truck, I see. It's so sad it's a lack of respect for the office of the president, Chicago Pop said. Wayne said that was funny. What Veritas said, yeah. And, again, we had that the author that came out and said that talking about the looters was racism. So, let me see. Her name was, gosh, what was her name? Sarah Jaffe, I guess is how you say it. The author of Necessary Trouble, Americans and in Revolt. She said that the crackdown on Florida looting is racist. Really, I thought it was called lawfulness. But I guess we see things differently. So I'm sure you're going to run right out and buy her book, just like Hillary's. The guy, the CEO, the pharmaceutical guy, remember him? They called him Pharma Boy or whatever. He was the guy that raised all the rates on people's medications and things like that, so they couldn't afford them. He was prosecuted for fraud, but he was out until sentencing. Yes, Martin Shkreli, or however you say his name. Deborah says she's a nut. Yes, I know, Deborah. She is. But I think probably she wanted publicity for her book, would be my guess. Yeah, he had to go back to jail because he kind of put out a bounty on Hillary's hair. And he is a Fruit Loop. And wanted somebody to get her hair, and he'd pay for it, a lock of her hair. The judge said that was a solicitation for assault in exchange for money. I give Hillary book 6 months before it's in the dollar store. That long? Wow, that's generous of you. I thought it would be like next week. Houston needs a monument to average dude with a bass boat. Florida only let government agency is. Wow, really? Call or write the White House and Congress to tell them you won't vote for them again if they give amnesty to illegals or DACA, Patricia said. I don't care for Hillary, but that's dumb. I know. Did anybody notice? Good morning, Ron. You are late, but it's okay. You're here. Repeat YouTube comment. I don't know who said something about YouTube. I did see somebody say something, but I don't know what it was. Oh, I did? I don't know what I said about YouTube. I said something about the pharmaceutical guy with Hillary wanting a lock of her hair. But I don't know what else I said. The interview that Hillary did with USA Today was so full of lies. Thank you, Barbara. Don't vote for them anyway, John said. Can't go home till power, elderly mother, Marlene said. Wow. Did anybody notice, I think Hillary was, when she was on the show, the woman, how can she look so bad 1 minute and look okay the next? I don't understand that. I mean, she actually, usually she has circles under her eyes and everything else. And when she was interviewing, she didn't look like that at all. Light her hair on. No, Ron, we're not going to do that. They are shooting her up with young blood, Shauna said. Totally saw Sarah Huckabee looking around the podium like she lost papers. I know, Huey. It's like she lost a paperclip. Where's my paperclip? There it is. She napped. Yes, crazy. She looked like smooth see there, stop and come and see. That's what I'm saying. And, two-faced, Deborah said. It wasn't, I don't think it was makeup. Honestly, you can't look like that and that good and that fresh looking with just makeup when you look that bad 5 minutes before. Catherine, I don't know. I've never seen makeup make you look that good. She does too many drugs, Ron said. Bill, yes, we know that Bill Clinton, yes. Could not be just, I don't think it's makeup. Some people said, body double. I've heard that before. She just isn't human, Robert said. It's her alien mask, Marlene said. Twins, Wayne said. Governor Brown has dedicated $30 million to defend illegals. I know, Patricia, it's disgusting. She looked 20 years younger. She did. She looked 20 years younger. I know, Deborah. Does she have a body double? But you can't really have a body double coming up like that on TV. That close and interviewing somebody. Even if you had a body double, I don't see how that would be possible. It was a body double or she had work done on her. It had to have work done on her. Yeah, we know. We just talked about Martin going back to jail for trying to get Hillary's hair. Spackle, Huey said, could be. To expose she's half lizard. Something's not right with her. I know, Amanda. Something is way off kilter. Cement works wonder. Hey, Joseph, good to see you. It was just absolutely odd. She looked very fresh. And it was like, wow, who is this? Stage makeup is thick. It is, Shauna, but it won't make you look that good. It just won't. She's a chameleon. don't like Love and Ladder. I don't understand what that is. She needs Jenny Craig. Well, after this book tour, if she was to run again, she will not make it out of the primaries. Yeah, I don't think she's going to run again, or at least she shouldn't. Photoshopped her head. But this was, Stop and Come and See, I mean, that was her talking live on camera. Money makes a toad into a princess. Okay, I could agree with that. She's a shapeshifter. I live by Bohemian Grove. Who's with me to check it out? Why? Maybe she had a mask on. I don't think so. I don't know. Makeup and the correct lighting. I don't know, Josette. It would take some really incredible light. Put the owl fire out. Bet they make them use filters on her. Probably. Oh, gosh. I can't even say that. She needs to go into beauty care, better career choice. I mean, I'm not, faulting her for anything else, but I mean, I just looked at that and I thought, this can't be the same person. I mean, it looked like her maybe 20 years ago. So something was absolutely freakishly wrong with that. If you guys could, we're at the halfway point. If you would please retweet this, that would be good. Is Brown using taxpayers' money? You bet, Catherine. She'll be on late night TV selling a miracle cream. I'm telling you, I think with that, what I saw, if it is miracle cream, I'll have to get some because I'm telling you, it was crazy. Hey, not to brag, but I cannot help her, and I am good. Barbara said. Thank you for retweeting this and inviting your followers and sharing this as well. Her hair was flat. Hey, yeah, everything else looked okay. I mean, again, I turned it on. I couldn't for a moment. I had to look and see if I had the right channel. I know, Amanda. We'd all pay for that. I mean, my goodness. Hey, Teresa, I didn't see you come in. A minute ago, I guess you came in, and I just saw you retweet. Thank you. So some more news. The Boston Red Sox fans hung a sign, "Racism is as American as baseball," above the green monster during the game yesterday. Hey, Nancy. Bottom line, she's a creepy sore loser. Well, that's true. She discovered the fountain of youth in the woods. First half of the show is brought to you by... How about Wayne? Wayne, are you giving donations today? Maybe Uma had some Saudi doctor do some big time nip and tuck. I mean, maybe. I could believe that. Hugh said, "Here in Dr. Evil built a time machine and she came forward from 1996. I know, Marlene, you need to have humor, at times. Another sign of insignificance. She's tired of the racist sign. Yeah, so tired of the racist signs. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who would go out there during a game and do that? False flag for race war. I know. And put it on national TV. How ridiculous. Thank you for the Super Hearts New Media Radio. And I guess, everybody, did you hear about what happened in Spokane? Thank you. With their money, she should look good. You mean, yeah. You are loved by many, hated by none. Thank you, Ron. Catherine said BLM. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. They just had to get in the limelight somewhere. Why is it not Spokane? Why is it Spokane? Can anybody tell me that? Hugh said, has anybody checked her garage for a DeLorean? Going back in time. Oh, gosh. Yeah, if you hung a sign, Al Sharpton wears curlers, they'd bury you, probably. 11 mayors prosecuted for child rape. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. Tomato. Yeah, so in Spokane yesterday, there was a shooting at a high school, and the shooting did kill one student, and the suspect is arrested, and the shooting was stopped any further than that by the custodian. Over what? They haven't said why, what happened. Will things get better in the future? Tom, when God comes back, it will. Who did the shooting, Danielle? I don't know. They never said if it was a student or not. I think the assumption is it's a student, but I never heard him say that. And there were 3 people that were wounded because they were bystanders. Metal detectors in all schools, I know. At a school where I was a therapist one time, we had a lockdown one day, and it was pretty scary. They locked the entire school down, and not that there was a shooter on campus, but there was supposedly a shooter near a bus stop close by. And so they just locked the whole school down. And, you know, it's scary to be in a situation like that, especially the room that I was in was all windows. So, criminal investigation going on over that nursing home in Florida, yes, where 8 people died. That was horrendous. The FTC is also talking about investigations. They're also looking into the Equifax hack. Country is becoming a war zone. It seems like it. Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you remember I talked about the mayor in Seattle. He's accused of sexually assaulting 5 people. And that high-ranking Marine officer that was accused of having sexual acts on a 6-year-old. And it was somebody that he knew and somebody that respected him and looked up to him. Yeah, exactly, Nancy. People like that, I mean, they don't, I think they do realize it, but don't care. I mean, when you sexually assault a child, you have changed their lives forever. They will never be the same. That doesn't mean they won't get through it, but they will never be the same. When somebody like that gets a very short period, a short sentence, I don't understand that. For me, they should either have a life sentence or whatever. Your mom, Marlene, he needs to go to jail. Yeah. Only one cure for child herders. I know what you're thinking, Robert. And those people aren't liked very well in prison. Remember when the knock on Trump was, he was too much the Center for Republicans? Here we go. These evil humans see nothing wrong with it. That's why they should be killed, Nancy said. He needs to meet Bubba. Was it Millstone? I mean, you know, again, when they're put in jails and they're put in prison, usually they don't last very long without getting repercussions. Yeah, Deborah agreed. God bless Sessions for getting pedophiles. Watch the more he goes left, the higher the approval ratings will go. Wow, I'm ruthless, Nancy said. McConnell and Ryan need to be washed away with the rest of the swamp. Yes. Equifax is done. It seems that way. LifeLock is really advertising a lot since Equifax happened. They say, I think the business has gone up tenfold, but I've seen a lot of negative reviews on LifeLock, so I don't know what to believe. Primary GOP incumbents. I don't think jail works. They just get education to get out after some time. Robert said, thank goodness our info wasn't stolen. I know, Marlene. If you need to check your information, you can go to, I think it's EquifaxSecurity2017.com. Yes, LifeLock is the one that Rush talks about. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, it's okay. We should have the right to ask Equifax to remove all of our data from their files. That's a good idea. I don't think jail works. Oh, there's a bot again. Don't sign up for the free Equifax identity protection. Supposedly that will forfeit your right to sue them. That's Equifax Security 2017.com. Just make sure that you don't sign up for their free service they're offering you. Just check and see if your information has been hacked. Basically, you'll be giving the last 6 digits of your Social Security card or your number and your name, and that's it. No, I want to join the class action. No kidding. But, you know, there's not going to be any money left with those people. My wife is an incest survivor, and she still deals with the issue. She's 60, and Daddy started at 13, one friend. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely destroys a human's life in the way they would have been had that not happened. And it's very sad. And that's why I think those people, they should get life. I think it should be an automatic life sentence. No excuses. There must be damage before we can sue Equifax, I think. Well, there will be. Electronic. And there's also other types of damages, at least as an individual. That's sick. I'm glad Jeff Sessions is going after the pedophiles. You're way too kind. I know, Fred. Yeah, maybe, I know death penalty would be what some would want to give them. I understand that. My wife's credit card number was stolen once. I didn't report it because they spent less than she did. You. Right-wing fascism equals white nationalism and religious law. What? Hopefully my Capital One card is okay. Well, Ron, you can go there and check and see. Let's see now. Anthony Weiner, as somebody had said a while ago. Yeah, right. Okay. Anthony Weiner went into court yesterday asking for mercy, saying that, he didn't want a long sentence. And, the prosecutors are only asking for 21 to 27 months. And basically, the sentence carries with it a 10-year, it's a maximum 10-year sentence. And yet, the prosecutors are only asking for 21 to 27 months. I know. Should be years. It should absolutely be years. And why it's not, why they weren't asking for that, I don't know. Maybe Hillary had something to do with it. I have no idea. Put him in a real prison and justice will then be done. Yeah, and why is he around his child? Why is he around Uma and his child? Somebody said they saw them yesterday together in court. And he can't go near the schools to, drop his kid off or whatever. He is a crybaby. I know. Credit Karma, it's free, Amanda said. Hard labor chain gang. Yeah, that would be good. 5 years at least. Hugh is saying. Divorce court, I heard. Yeah. He sent body part pictures. How do they know it was his? Because he said it was. And it came from his phone and everything else. He's a man that needs help. Really needs help. Sent him to North Korea. Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't last more than 5 minutes. Human at hip book signing said Laura Lookerscope. I know Laura Loomer. Oh, Uma was there, yeah. At Hillary's signing. Anthony should get 25 to life. Forget this month business. I agree with you. Is that what Bernie Madoff said? I know. Bernie's in there for a lot longer. Spell check sucks. I know, Robert. Especially when if you're trying to do it on your phone. Antifa says violence is necessary because Nazi ideology at its very core is violent, is founded on violence, and on wielding power by any means. And that was said by Mike Isaacson, who is the founder of Smash Racism DC. So there you go. Fight violence with violence, I guess, is what his thoughts are. I know, my LA King shirt. LA child didn't even notice my LA King shirt. Nobody believes in socialism in here. Anthony walking his kid partway to school. Wiener is sex offender, right? Sorry, I was on the phone. No problem. LA child. LA child. Antifa should be called out as radical hate group, domestic terrorists. Yes, yes, and yes. And they should be designated that as well. And it seems like every time, yes, it seems like every time they talk about designating somebody as a hate group, as a white supremacist they've talked about, they leave Antifa out. I think they were labeled by, I think Obama, under Obama, they labeled them terrorists, but we don't talk about that anymore. It's like it doesn't exist. New Jersey did. Also, the DOJ said it's going to refuse to allow the Senate to interview. There's 2 FBI staffers about Comey firing, citing that they don't want to do it because there may be a conflict with Mueller's investigation. So they're not going to send those 2 staffers. California is considering labeling Antifa a gang. Drones and light bulbs help predict dangerous weather. Okay. I know, Nancy, I just wish we could do more about it. Hey, Brooke, we spoke about a lot of things under Obama, and it's all really coming true, but nobody's doing anything about it, it seems. I know. Yeah, I think somebody under the Obama administration did. Electronic. So let's see. Wow. Here's something that is all hell is going to break loose at Shapiro Talk. Shauna said, this is going to be, yeah, it's probably going to happen. He's going to be in Berkeley. Here's something that I think is pretty interesting and is pretty sad at the same time if this is true. According to a new survey from Credible, a personal finance website, 50% of all respondents ages 18 to 34 said they would give up their right to vote during the next 2 presidential elections in order to never have to make another school loan payment. I mean, do you find that sad? I find that very sad, very disturbing. But, you know, they're not big voters anyway. It said only 27% said they'd be willing to move in with their parents for 5 years, probably because they're already there, or give up texting at 13%. Of the 500 millennials that were surveyed, only 8.2 of them said that they would choose to keep paying off their debt and not give up anything. That's corrupt. I mean, that's very sad. If 50% of all those, of 500 people, millennials that were surveyed by this group, said they would give up their right to vote during the next 2 presidential elections in order to never have to make another loan payment again. Very sad. I know, Deborah. What happened to our culture? They are disenfranchised. They're lost. I mean, that's crazy. Our grandparents and great-grandparents would be rolling over in their graves right now thinking about these people and what they said. We need a 15% flat business tax. I agree. I know, Ron, just lost. When they vote Bernie anyway. That's true, Catherine. You know, a lot of people think, like in California, oh, you know, we're going to come out and we're going to do this and that and the other, you know, in California, and we're going to get the millennial vote. The millennial vote is very hard to get. They don't vote. I just saw breaking news that several soldiers were injured in an explosion at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. I'm in California too, electronic. So I don't know what happened there. I know. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Bernie makes 0 cents. Bernie wants a single payer system. And, of course, nobody but the Democrats want that. Yes, praying for people in Fort Bragg. I don't know what happened. Sacramento area. I went to law school in Sacramento. JC, okay. North Korea threatens Japan with a nuke. Threaten everybody. Threaten us with that. Give Bernie a gag. Bernie's wife. We haven't heard anything about Bernie's wife. Got an Antifa flyer because I was wearing black. Oh my gosh. Great. Flyer about November 4th nationwide riots. Huh. And again, you know, they're trying to get not a troll. Oh my God, I'm a huge fan of even much. Nobody said that NHC. I don't know how you pronounce it, but nobody said you're a troll. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is again refusing to appear before the Senate Intelligence Committee. The second time he's done so in recent months. He's offered to testify before both the Senate Intelligence and House Intelligence Committees in exchange for immunity, and they're not buying that. Hillary's a cuckoo. Our American history is being distorted by our atheists. Absolutely, Deborah. Hey, Hassan, how are you? I was posted on the Eugene Antifa Facebook. Oh my gosh. Michael Flynn Jr. Yeah, they want to question his son now. Mueller's going to be a Cat 5 hurricane of justice. Yeah, right. Trump is not going to get, yeah, he's going to get his wall. I think he's going to get his wall. It's going to take some doing, but he'll get it. They're going to wait and see what Trump does. Yep. Under Bernie Sanders' plan, if he got that one-payer system, he wants to pay for illegal immigrants as well to get insurance. And that's probably, that's what California wanted to do, to go to a one-payer system and have the Medicare money go towards the one-payer system. And people said, President Trump's not going to go for that. Hey, Ralph, good to see you. 15 soldiers were sent to the hospital. Live artillery fire drill. That's weird, because there was just the other day here at Camp Pendleton, there was an exercise, kind of like the same things happened where people got injured, like 15 people. What's going on? Something seems odd here. Heh. 15 soldiers were sent to the hospital. Okay, there we go. There's your bot repeating you. So I mean, there's something very strange going on with the military bases, or the people who lost their hearing in Cuba. Yeah, we talked about that before. That was crazy. New bill aims to force. Yeah, well, they're always trying that. Sabotage. I don't know. Trolls trigger when you use feelings. I know. Oh gosh, sonic weapon. Yeah, very, very strange. And I think it may still be going on. I mean, something's still happening. It doesn't seem to be getting any better. A new poll from the University of California at Berkeley. DNA results confirm the remains of Viking warrior are female, Shauna said. Wow. New poll from the University of California, Berkeley shows that the majority of Democratic California voters now oppose free speech. Deborah says ISIS conspiracy, probably. The poll, which describes Democratic voters in the state as especially having a hard time grappling with the complex issue, found that 53% of California Democrat voters now oppose free speech. And you know why they oppose free speech? Because they have no idea what free speech is. Schlinks, are you just needing attention? Not sure. Well, to them, free speech equals hate. They don't understand what actual free speech is. I think what happens with them is they think that they can go out, commit crimes, and do other things, and talk about hurting people and all that, and that's okay. They feel that's their free speech, right? And so they're confused when that's taken away from them. Well, it must be another one of those misleading polls where they weigh the demographics. We could just call it speech because it ain't free. Successful destruction of rights and Constitution last 2 generations. Absolutely, stop and come and see. It really is. But, again, they don't understand what free speech is. Our troops fight for our rights to speak freely. Let's see, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the EFF, they filed, is charging that border agents engage in the unconstitutional practice of warrantless searches of phones, laptops of Americans who are stopped at the border. And just so you know, the EFF is heavily supported and funded by George Soros. No, he hasn't gotten anything. President Trump's gotten a lot done. He could get more done if it weren't for the fact that Democrats were pushing this false narrative. And some of the Republicans, the rhinos, are pushing the false narrative of Russia. They're not coming out and defending the president. I think that's another problem. And he could get more done. He could also get more done if the GOP weren't such weenies and would support him. I mean, well, but he can't do anything. President Trump can't create law. He's a president. He's not Congress. Congress has to create law, and they're not doing their jobs. So if you could get... No, he's done a lot. It's Congress that hasn't done much. As I said, he can't create law. So you can't put that on the president for not creating law. That's Congress. It's the rhinos who aren't doing their jobs and going out there. All he does is Gorsuch. No, that's not true. But again, those people have to be confirmed. And guess what? Congress confirms them. No, a German Shepherd couldn't have put Gorsuch in. But thanks for trying. A bunch of uneducated and misinformed misfits, I'll say, Josette said. If you want legislative action, then write your congressperson, because they're the ones that have to take legislative action. Our Constitution provided free speech even for idiots. I know, Deborah. And we have to make sure that their rights are protected, even though they're idiots. Because if theirs aren't, ours aren't going to be protected either. And that's the unfortunate part. Remember the teacher in Georgia, her name was Lynn Orletsky, who was teaching at River Ridge High School and told two students that they couldn't wear the Trump slogan shirts because, they were like, you can't wear Nazi swastikas in here, so you can't wear the Trump slogan shirts. Remember that woman, teacher in Georgia? She basically has been... She's no longer, let's just say, they didn't say if she was fired or not, but they said she's no longer teaching at the school, and the school had already assigned a substitute teacher. And they're going to continue to search for a new permanent math teacher. So she's gone. So you have a teacher that says that. She gets whatever, let go, leaves, whatever the case may be. And then you have Chappelle Nadal, who continues to stay on after she wanted the president to be assassinated. So, crazy. Why is that? That Missouri teacher, that Missouri Senate person, wasn't a leader, but Senate member, should have been fired. Double standards, absolutely. Because I think saying you want somebody assassinated, especially when it's the president of the United States, should carry a little bit more weight than saying you can't wear a Trump t-shirt because it's like you can't have Nazi swastikas. I'm glad our voice matters too, Lim. It's great. Trump does not have the power to abolish the Senate and Congress. We have a thing called the Constitution. And it has 3 branches. And you know that a lot of people don't understand that they do the survey, and most people, like young people, they don't know that there's 3 branches of legislation, the executive, they don't, and judiciary. They don't know that they exist. He needs to amend the Constitution. Yeah, right. Okay, I think you've probably been here long enough. But anyway, we gave you a chance. Washington, yes. That was yesterday, Shauna. We kind of talked about that just a little while ago. Afraid it is a look in the mirror issue. They do not want to get a protest out front. Dysfunctional branches. When you don't know that there's 3 branches of government and that is part of the Constitution, there's a problem. It's okay, Shauna. There's an absolute problem with that. And no wonder that people don't understand how the system works, what free speech is about, what it means, what free speech actually means. It's crazy. But anyway. All right, you guys, we are down to the wire here. Thank you so much for coming in. Please, if you will, retweet. Remember, there is no show tomorrow. I have an appointment, so I won't be on tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. Who knows if I'll, some days I come on. I haven't done that lately, so who knows. Maybe I'll come on sometime. But, yeah, 3 branches? What? Anyway, thank you guys. Please retweet this. Please share this. It's the only way that we get the word out. Jay Sekulow is on next. I know, Huey. Thanks, Gary. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. God bless you guys. We'll see you on Monday. If the government was a tree, it would have 3 branches. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, guys. All right. See you Monday. I almost said tomorrow. Force of habit. Take care, you guys. All right, everybody. We will see you on Monday. God bless you. Take care.